Hi everyone, this video is about how I succeeded in installing the pet shop project, which is a use case, a project, a workshop that you can find directly on the trufflesuite.com website. And I find it very cool because it helps you to see one given use case of a blockchain, and this is for the adoption of pet. I think it's kind of interesting if you want to start to understand and use the blockchain. So here in this tutorial, so first of all, what is a truffle suite? So a truffle suite, as its name stands for it, is a suite, is a set, a package of different technologies that you can use in order to create and interact with an Ethereum blockchain. This is what it is about. So of course, on their website, they are giving you different documentation in order for you to be able to understand what blockchain is about and start to code your first blockchain. So you have some requirements which are listed here in order to get started. Just to let you know that those requirements are in fact highly demanded on whatever development project that you may have. So to say here, they're asking you for Node.js and npm. Both are really easy to install. Git as well. So Git is a technology that you use in order to be able to deploy some code, make some versioning, and so on and so forth. And one given use of Git is the famous platform named GitHub, which is hosting a lot of projects. And with Git, you can interact with GitHub, but of course with different platforms. So to say, those are different technologies which are very well known and useful for development. Then what you'll need is to, of course, install Truffle. So npm install g in order to install globally it on your computer, and then you can start to go. Next, what you need to do is that you need to create a directory, which is normal, and then you enter within it. Here, Truffle unbox pet shop, and this is something that I didn't know before starting this project, is about, in fact, doing kind of a git. So in fact it's calling out all the files which are necessary for the project, and once you call truffle unbox pet shop, this is where you start to have the directory that you just created filled in with all the different folder that you need here. So to say, it's gonna help you a lot of not creating everything from scratch, and I've already the first contract created, and the different package and information that you need in order to set up the website that you have over here. Okay, this is just the description of what contains this package. Next, in fact, they are not giving you the contract already written, so you will have to create one named adoption.sol, and then you will have to follow this tutorial in order to copy and paste the different value. If you are struggling with the final result, just to let you know that you can go directly on GitHub, look for, in fact, the final contract. The issue is that this contract has not been updated since a long time, so you will have to change this value here, and you will have as well to correct this part, name addresses. If not, in any cases, you will have the debug mode when you will start to publish, let's say, or migrate or compile your contract, which won't work and will ask you to make some changes. So just to let you know, by following this part of the tutorial plus looking at the one on GitHub, you will be able to get the contract file. It's not rocket science. Then you need to do a truffle compile. So truffle compile means that you're going to take the contract and you're going to make it an executable file in order to be read by the blockchain. Once it's done, then you will need, in fact, to send your contract to the blockchain. The blockchain is represented by Ganache, which is another technology that I will introduce in a couple of seconds. So here they are telling you to create another file that you put within migration in order to be able to deploy your contract on the blockchain. And the blockchain is represented, as I just mentioned, by Ganache. So Ganache is the following software which deploy, in fact, local blockchain on your computer. Then you do truffle migrate in order to send your contract to the blockchain, and you have now, in fact, your contract on the blockchain. Next is about creating the user interface in order to interact with the smart contract. So you can go within the directory which have been created. It's within src, and then you get all the file. But so far, in fact, the file that they are hosting for you, which are over here, which are within src. Okay, those files cannot yet been used because they do not contain yet the programming language, so to say the line of code in order to interact with the blockchain. So this is what they are describing over here. So those are the different changes that you need to make. Those are kind of very easy to understand. It's just copy and paste. And once you do so, then your website, so to say this one, is ready to interact with the rest. Just to let you know that you cannot interact yet until you have deployed the server. So in order to deploy the server, this is what you're gonna have over here. Okay, over here when they're telling you that you need to do npm run dev. Npm run dev is the command in order to install a server on your computer and to get the local host 2.3000. Once you are doing so, then what you need is a client, so to say the possibility to be able to let's say use some Ethereum in order to make the different actions which are expected on the website. And this is done thanks to MetaMask, which is a Firefox extension, which allow you to link a wallet, so to say a set of cryptocurrency to the network, and then to be able to make the purchases. So here, this is what I did. Here I have an account named account 7, which has some Ethereum on it. How did I succeed to do it? Well, those is not real money. In fact, what I did is when I linked this with the network, so my network is the following one. This is the one of Ganache. On Ganache, you get over here the coordinates of the server in order to link it with MetaMask. And once you do so, you have in Ganache, here you get the keys, and the keys you have one which is private, and this private key can be used in order to import those 500 Ethereum on the wallet over here. So this is what I did over here. Now my account is in fact at least one of those accounts, which is the 0x e something, 0xe something, which should be one of those. Is just probably that it has not yet been I guess it has not been restarted or something like this, and that's the reason why we don't see the money coming through. I could, I guess, restart the server. Okay, and 0xc2, I guess that's going to be this one. You see, this one has performed some transaction, it's just the balance is not correct yet. So I'm going to make some purchases here, and I guess it's gonna work. So it's ending up by 347. I guess that's the one. Okay, so this one is gonna make some transactions. So far the balance is this one. Let's imagine that I want to acquire Letitia, for example. I'm gonna click over here. It's gonna automatically make MetaMask react. So this is account 7, and this is in fact the account, the 0x6A57 should be, I don't know which one it is. Well, that's something, probably that's the contract or something like this. That's probably the contract. That's why we are not seeing the money coming through. But that's the one which is okay, there's no money, I guess, involved because the adoption is for free. So just recording, in fact, the transaction, which is of 0 Ethereum. That's the purpose here, that there's no purchase of dogs, it's just the adoption. So let's adopt this one. Then it's going to ask me to confirm the transaction. So I'm going to click over here and confirm. Transaction 3 confirm, view on Etherscan. So I can click over here, and so this one is not linked with Etherscan, but I can see it. So this one is in the queue. Okay, confirm and pending. Okay, transaction 4 confirm. And here I see in fact the activity of the different adoption that I made with this account. So here amount, gas limit, and so on and so forth. Here transaction created. So here the adoption happened. We can clearly see it here that it has been a success. It's gonna be then recorded, as you can see over here, within the blockchain. here it's just kind of funny to see that the number of Ethereum is not going down, probably just because, I don't know, this is just some gas which are involved, not sure, but just to let you know that the full tutorial explain work if you follow it carefully, and if you just do the little things that I explain in this tutorial. Thanks for watching.